God says, my child. I need you to sit quietly and listen to me tonight, for the wind carries whispers that you cannot yet understand. Something is moving behind the veil, and I do not want you to fear it. I want you to see it through the eyes of faith, not through the eyes of fear. Because there are 4 people who have joined hands against your soulmate. Yes, 4 hearts, touched by envy, have united in darkness, but I, your God, have already seen it all, and I am moving ahead of them. You must understand, my child, that not every smile is pure, and not every friend is true. Some people have been watching from the shadows, watching the love that glows between you and your soulmate, watching the light that surrounds your destiny, and they cannot stand it. They see your soulmate rising, finding purpose, finding peace, and their hearts twist with jealousy. They have whispered together, they have planned something they think will break your soulmate. But what they don't know is that I am the author of every heartbeat, and nothing they plan can escape my eyes. These 4 people have joined hands, not in love, but in greed. They are coming together not to build, but to steal. Tomorrow, they will try to take what I have given. But before the sun rises, I will send confusion into their camp. Their voices will not agree. Their unity will crack. For what is built on lies cannot stand in the presence of truth. My child, your soulmate has felt this energy already. In recent days, they've been restless. They have been sensing that something is wrong but could not understand why their heart feels heavy for no reason. They have seen faces that look kind but hide deceit. They have been waking up with a feeling of dread, sensing storms in the unseen realm. But tonight, I want you to know, those storms cannot touch them because I have placed my covering over their life. These 4 people think they are clever. They think their timing is perfect. They think they will arrive tomorrow to take what belongs to your soulmate, perhaps their peace, their position, their blessing, or their opportunity. But child, they are stepping into a trap of their own making. For I have said, he who digs a pit for my chosen will fall into it himself. Every word they speak against your soulmate will echo back upon them. Every plan they weave in darkness will unravel in daylight. Every secret meeting they hold will be exposed. You see, my child, darkness cannot outsmart light. Lies cannot destroy truth. Envy cannot overpower grace. And I have covered your soulmate in grace. Even before they were born, I wrote a shield around them that no curse, no spell, no gossip, no betrayal can break. So even though the enemy gathers his soldiers, they will scatter as soon as my voice speaks. But I want you to understand something deeper, my beloved. These 4 are not your enemies by birth. They were not created to harm. They allowed jealousy to become their god. They allowed bitterness to sit in their hearts until it grew into poison. They were once close. Some of them shared laughter with your soulmate, once broke bread together, once pretended to care. But when they saw favor resting upon your soulmate's life, when they saw blessings unfold, when they saw the connection of divine love that you both share, their hearts could not bear it. Instead of celebrating, they began to plot. My child, I do not reveal this to make you afraid. I reveal it so you will pray, so you will stand strong, and so you will know that tomorrow's attack will not succeed. I reveal it because you must see that your soulmate is walking through a spiritual battlefield. One where betrayal tries to whisper louder than love, where fear tries to choke faith, where envy tries to blind truth. But I am standing between them and danger. My angels are already stationed. Every door the four try to open will slam shut. Every message they send will be intercepted. Every hand raised against your soulmate will grow weak. You may feel tension in your spirit right now. You may have sensed the heaviness too, sudden unease, sudden worries, dreams that made no sense. That's because your spirit is connected to your soulmate's spirit. You can feel their warfare because your souls are divinely tied. But tonight, I want you to lift that fear and give it to me. I am fighting for both of you. Listen, my child, tomorrow they will move, but my hand will move faster. They will speak, but my word will silence them. They will gather, but confusion will scatter them. The same ones who joined hands against your soulmate will soon point fingers at each other. Their unity will break because there is no loyalty in evil. They will begin to accuse, to doubt, to fear, to turn on one another. What they meant for destruction, I will use for revelation. There is one among the four whose heart is not fully dark. They are torn between guilt and greed. This one will hesitate. They will try to warn someone, but fear will silence their voice. Still, I will use their hesitation as the key to expose the rest. Because my justice is perfect. I will not allow your soulmate to be humiliated, robbed, or broken by their schemes. My light will arrive right on time. Do you know, my child, why I am telling you this before it happens? Because I want you to trust me even in the silence. When things seem to shift tomorrow, when something unexpected happens, do not panic. Remember my words, it is not falling apart, it is falling into place. I am setting the scene for truth to be revealed and for the false ones to be seen as they truly are. You have prayed for protection. You have asked me to show the hidden enemies. You have cried for your soulmate, asking me to keep them safe. Tonight, I am answering your prayer. This is the beginning of the unveiling. Before tomorrow ends, a sign will appear, something small, maybe a conversation you overhear, a name you see, or a sudden truth that comes out. That will be my confirmation that the exposure has begun. From that moment on, everything that was hidden in the dark will begin to surface one by one. I know you've been tired, my beloved. I know you have fought silently while others misunderstood your loyalty. You have been protecting your soulmate in prayer, even when they doubted their own worth. Heaven has seen your tears. The angels have recorded every whispered prayer. That is why I will not allow this plot to succeed. Because where love is pure, I build walls around it. Where faith is strong, I surround it with fire. Tomorrow will come, yes, but not to bring loss. It will come to bring justice. It will come to turn every plan of harm into a testimony of deliverance. By this time tomorrow, the plans of the four will start to crumble. Words spoken in secrecy will be revealed. Their alliance will no longer hold, because when my light shines, no lie can hide. So, rest tonight, my child. Do not let anxiety rob you of peace. Lay your burdens at my feet and sleep knowing that I am already working. Even as you close your eyes, I am sending my angels to stand by your soulmate's side. I am placing fire around their home, light around their heart, and wisdom in their spirit. No trap will catch them. No thief will succeed. No betrayal will prosper. I am your God, and I am watching. Remember this: evil may conspire for a night, but my mercy reigns in the morning. The four may gather with plans, but my angels outnumber them. They may think they can steal, but they cannot take what I have sealed. For what I have written in your soulmate's destiny cannot be erased by human hands. So, do not fear what tomorrow brings. Walk with confidence, because heaven is ahead of you. I am already there, preparing victory, protection, and peace. God says, my child. As the night fades and the first light of dawn touches the world, your soulmate is already feeling the weight of something unseen. They cannot name it, but their heart feels tight. They sense that something is moving behind their back, like shadows that shift when they turn to look. They do not yet know that four people have joined hands against them, but their spirit knows. Their soul can feel the unrest. For days, they have been waking up in confusion. They've been questioning their own worth, doubting their path, and feeling waves of anxiety that have no clear source. What they do not realize, my child, is that these emotions are not born from within them, they are the effects of the energy being sent toward them. Words spoken in secret, jealousy that drips like poison, intentions wrapped in false smiles. But I, your God, am not blind to any of it. I have been watching every whisper, every plan, every unspoken thought that gathers against the one I love. And I tell you now, I will not allow their schemes to succeed. My child, I need you to know this truth: your soulmate's heart is weary, but it is still pure. They have been trying to stay strong, pretending everything is fine, but I can hear their silent cries. They think no one understands what they're going through, yet you, even miles away, have felt it too. Because when two souls are connected by my design, distance cannot break their link. The pain of one echoes through the other. The fear of one touches the spirit of the other. This is why lately you've been restless, my child. You've felt their confusion as your own. You've been thinking about them without reason, suddenly feeling the urge to pray, to call their name, to ask me to protect them. That was not coincidence, that was my spirit guiding you to intercede for them. Every time you whispered their name with love, I sent another angel to stand near them. Your soulmate has been walking through a battlefield they cannot see. The four who have joined hands are trying to block their blessings, the same blessings I ordained long before any of them were born. They are jealous of what your soulmate carries, for they sense a divine favor that cannot be explained by human logic. They have seen doors opening for your soulmate, and instead of celebrating, they have conspired to close them. But I, the Lord, hold the master key. Every door I open, no one can shut. These four have been whispering lies, bending truth to turn others against your soulmate, planting doubt to make them question their own strength. But tonight, I am breaking those lies apart. For truth always finds its way back to the surface. The words spoken against your soulmate will return to them like echoes in an empty valley, louder, sharper, undeniable. There is one among the four whose hands tremble even now. They know this has gone too far. They did not expect to feel guilt this strong. They wanted to belong, to please the others, but now the weight of sin sits heavy on their chest. I am stirring their conscience, my child. I am using their hesitation as the first crack in the wall of deceit. By tomorrow, the cracks will grow. Conversations will turn into arguments. Secrets will begin to slip. What was meant to be done in silence will suddenly come to light. Because I am done watching from afar, I am stepping into this battle myself. My child, do not forget, your soulmate's suffering is not punishment, it is preparation. Every tear they've shed, every moment of confusion, every attack they've faced is shaping them into someone stronger, wiser, and closer to me. What the four meant for destruction, I am turning into purification. Through this storm, your soulmate is learning who truly stands beside them and who only pretends to. This lesson, though painful, will free them forever from false connections. You have wondered, why does it hurt so much when I'm not even near them? It's because your hearts are tied through my will. When I connect two souls, their emotions flow between them like rivers that share one source. When one is wounded, the other bleeds in spirit. But I do not let this connection cause harm, I let it deepen understanding. So even now, when you pray, your soulmate feels warmth they cannot explain. When you send thoughts of peace, their anxiety quiets for a moment. Your love is one of the tools I am using to shield them. The four will not succeed, my child. Though they plan to steal, they do not understand what they are up against. They are trying to take something that is not material. They want to steal joy, love, destiny, and faith. But these things belong to me, and I will not hand them over. My anointing cannot be stolen, it can only be surrendered, and your soulmate will not surrender. I know they've been tired. I know they've questioned me. They've said, God, why does it feel like everyone is turning against me? Why can't I find peace? But even in their weakness, they still whisper, I trust you. And those three words move heaven. That whisper has stopped storms before they reached them. It has summoned angels faster than lightning. It has reminded me that even when they don't understand, they still choose faith, and I will always reward that. My child, I want you to prepare your heart. Tomorrow, something small will happen that will seem ordinary, but it will mark the beginning of the exposure. You might receive a message, hear a name, or notice something unusual. That will be my sign. A confirmation that the four are being separated from your soulmate's path. Do not fear when it happens, it is my hand in motion. When you sense this shift, I want you to pray these words in your heart, God, let your light expose what darkness hides. Let every lie collapse under truth. Let no harm reach the one I love. The moment you say it, my spirit will expand around your soulmate like a shield. I have already begun sending help. Angels of protection are stationed near your soulmate's home. Angels of truth are whispering in the ears of those who have been deceived, softening hearts that have turned away. Even people who once doubted your soulmate will start to see their sincerity. My child, this is the beauty of my justice. it doesn't only defend, it transforms. There will come a moment soon when your soulmate will finally see why all this pain had to happen. They will see that I removed the fake so I could bring the real. They will realize that the same people who plotted to harm them were actually used to push them toward their true purpose. Because I waste nothing. Even betrayal becomes a bridge to blessing when I am involved. Your soulmate may cry tonight, but joy is already being prepared for tomorrow. They may feel alone, but I am closer than their breath. And you are part of my plan too. I placed you in their life as a prayer warrior, a protector in spirit, a vessel of my love. Your words have power in this battle. When you speak, heaven listens. So, my child, I want you to do one thing tonight: forgive the four. Do not curse them, even in your thoughts. Leave their judgment to me. When you release them, you release the chain that tries to tie your energy to theirs. When you bless them, you rise higher than their plans. And I will take your act of forgiveness as an offering of faith. You will see, my child, in just a short time, their alliance will crumble. The masks will fall. What was hidden will be shouted from rooftops. And your soulmate will rise again, not broken, but purified, not bitter, but wiser. I will restore what was almost stolen. I will replace every tear with a blessing. For I am your God, and I am faithful. I have already written victory into the story. God says, my child. The hour has come for hidden things to be revealed. The darkness that once moved quietly is now beginning to stumble in the light of truth. Those four who joined hands against your soulmate have started to turn on one another, though they do not yet understand why. Their unity is breaking, not by human effort, but by my will. For when I breathe, no false alliance can remain whole. Last night, when you prayed, the atmosphere shifted. Your words carried weight, they called angels to descend. In that moment, my child, a great shaking began in the unseen. Conversations once whispered in confidence are now filled with unease. Secrets are slipping through trembling lips. Fear has entered their hearts, for my spirit is stirring them to confusion. Your soulmate may not yet see this battle unfolding, but I do. They are walking into a new day unaware of the silent war that surrounds them. But their spirit feels the tremor. They sense that something is changing, that what was hidden behind smiles now hides cracks of guilt. They look at familiar faces and feel a strange distance. They can no longer ignore the quiet uneasiness that whispers within them. That, my child, is discernment awakening. Let me show you what is happening in the hidden places. These four have been speaking together, words wrapped in deceit, motives clothed in false concern. They say they want to help your soulmate, but their hearts are far from pure. One spreads lies to weaken their reputation. Another hides information to block opportunities. A third pretends loyalty, collecting secrets to use against them. And the fourth is beginning to break. This one has been restless for nights, haunted by dreams of fire and falling. They cannot sleep without seeing flashes of light, for my angels have begun to visit them, not to destroy them but to warn them. Their conscience burns. They regret the steps they took, but fear of the others keeps them silent. They do not yet know that silence will not save them. Only truth will. Even now, they are pacing back and forth, wondering if they should confess. I have placed my hand upon their heart, tightening it with guilt until they can no longer bear the weight. For, my child, sometimes mercy comes in the form of conviction. I am giving them one last chance to choose truth before judgment falls upon their actions. Your soulmate's tears have reached my throne. They have whispered, God, if you are with me, show me who is real. And I am answering. Soon, their eyes will see clearly. The people they trusted most will begin to reveal themselves, not by dramatic acts, but by small cracks in their behavior, by careless words, by actions they can no longer hide. When you see your soulmate grow distant or quiet, do not misunderstand them. They are not withdrawing from love, they are listening to my voice. I am teaching them to discern the difference between words that flatter and hearts that truly care. This season of isolation is not punishment, it is divine protection. You see, my child, I am stripping away false layers that surrounded them for too long. The four thought they could cage your soulmate's light, but light was never meant to be hidden. They tried to steal what belonged to your soulmate, their peace, their opportunity, perhaps even the love that you two share, but what is divinely written cannot be erased. My angels are now walking among the four. Each of them feels something strange, pressure, unrest, tension. The one who led the plot is growing paranoid. They sense that the truth is closing in. They are checking messages, replaying conversations, trying to cover tracks. But every attempt only exposes them more. For my light is relentless, and no one can hide from it when I decide to reveal. The second one, the one who spreads lies, will be caught in their own words. Someone they trust will repeat what they said in secret, and that word will travel fast. This will begin the collapse of their alliance. They will turn on the one who hesitated, blaming them for leaking what was said. But it will not be that one's fault, it will be my divine orchestration. The third one, the pretender, is the quietest but the most dangerous. They wear a smile that hides envy. They pretend to love, yet they rejoice quietly in your soulmate's struggles. I am revealing them through exposure. A moment will come soon when they cannot contain their bitterness any longer. A small comment, an eye roll, an impatient word, it will slip out, and your soulmate will notice. They will see what they were blind to before. The fourth, the one feeling regret, will soon face a choice. They can either confess and be free or stay silent and fall with the rest. I am whispering to them even now, choose truth while there's still time. Whether they listen or not will determine their destiny. My child, as all this unfolds, you may sense heaviness around you. It is the energy of exposure, light meeting darkness, truth confronting lies. Stay calm. Keep praying. Your voice is a sword in this battle. When you speak blessings over your soulmate, it builds a wall the enemy cannot climb. When you forgive, you disarm the weapons of hatred. When you trust me, I move faster. I know you long to protect your soulmate with your own hands. I see the ache in your heart. You want to warn them, to stop them from being hurt. But listen to me, my child, do not interfere in this exposure. Let me handle it. I am not just revealing enemies, I am refining your soulmate's discernment. They must see the truth themselves, or they will never learn to recognize deceit in the future. This pain will become their wisdom. And your role is sacred. Your prayers are moving mountains in silence. You may not see the results yet, but heaven is already shifting. In the unseen realm, angels are exchanging messages. Trumpets of truth are being prepared. The spiritual fog that surrounded your soulmate is lifting. Even now, they are feeling waves of clarity between moments of confusion. Their thoughts are clearing. Their instincts are awakening. They may not know why, but they will begin to question everything they once accepted blindly. That is my spirit guiding them toward freedom. Tomorrow will bring the first visible sign. It might come through a message, a sudden cancellation, or an unexpected conversation. It will look like coincidence, but it will be my divine timing. The first domino will fall, and the rest will follow. Do not fear when this begins. Do not worry if your soulmate seems shaken. This is not destruction, it is purification. I am burning away what is false so that what is real may remain. My child, hear me, what the four tried to steal, they will now lose. What they tried to hide, I will expose. What they thought would shame your soulmate will instead become their own undoing. And when this is over, your soulmate will not only be free, they will be elevated. Because I reward those who endure the storm with faith. I will give them double for their pain, honor for their humiliation, and peace for their chaos. You will watch this with your own eyes, and you will remember these words: God never sleeps, and truth never dies. This is the turning point, my beloved. Heaven has taken over. The plot has reached its end. By the time the sun rises again, the first truth will surface. The four will no longer walk in unity. Their alliance will collapse like a house built on sand. So rest now, my child. Trust the process. Your soulmate is not alone. I am with them. You are their prayer warrior, and your love is part of the divine shield I've placed around them. Hold on to faith, for light is about to flood every hidden corner. God says, my child, the moment you have been waiting for has begun. The winds of truth are blowing, and every shadow that hid behind false smiles is being pulled into the open light. The four who joined hands against your soulmate now stand in confusion, for the web they spun so carefully is beginning to tear apart. I told you this would happen, that their unity would break, that their whispers would betray them, that truth would rise no matter how deep they buried it. My child, this day was written long before their plans were formed. Every lie they spoke was heard by heaven. Every false step was recorded by my angels. And now, my hand has moved. The shaking you feel in your spirit is not fear, it is divine justice awakening. This morning, your soulmate felt it too. They woke up with a strange stillness inside. The heaviness that once wrapped around their heart began to lift. For the first time in a long time, they took a deep breath and felt peace, not because their surroundings had changed, but because I have entered their atmosphere. The unseen battle that tormented their spirit is now turning in their favor. Even as they go about their day, my presence walks beside them. People who once avoided them now look at them differently, though they cannot explain why. It is my glory shining through them, confusing those who intended harm. The four are growing uneasy. Their conversations are shorter, their words cautious. Suspicion has crept into their circle. One of them has already made a mistake. In their panic, they spoke a word they should have kept hidden, a careless sentence that slipped out in anger. And just like that, the first truth has been revealed. A third party overheard it and carried it to your soulmate. The message was small, but it was enough to open their eyes. They now sense who has been false all along. The one who led the plan feels the walls closing in. They are restless, pacing, checking their phone again and again, afraid of exposure. They do not realize that the exposure is no longer in human hands, it is in mine. What they thought they could hide forever will now rise to the surface, one conversation at a time. For I have declared, what is whispered in secret will be shouted in daylight. Another one, the quiet pretender, has begun to show cracks in their mask. Their body reacts to the guilt they can no longer carry. Their smiles look forced, their tone uneasy. Your soulmate notices it now. The same eyes that once looked trusting now look hollow. My child, this is discernment, my gift of sight returning to the heart that was blinded by deception. The one who felt remorse can no longer bear the silence. They are trembling on the edge of confession. They have tried to distance themselves from the other three, but the pressure is too strong. They are about to break, and when they do, their truth will unravel the rest. This confession will come as a whisper first, a small truth revealed to someone close to your soulmate. But that whisper will become a wave. Even now, I am arranging moments of divine timing. I am bringing your soulmate into places, into conversations, where evidence will fall into their hands effortlessly. They will hear things they were never meant to hear. They will see things that confirm every hidden suspicion. And through it all, I will guide their heart not to hate, but to understand. Because this revelation is not meant to destroy them, it is meant to free them. I am not exposing the four to bring pain, but to remove poison. For too long, their energy has been draining your soulmate's spirit, clouding their thoughts, and dimming their light. That ends now. My fire is cleansing every false connection that was built on manipulation and envy. My child, do not be afraid when the truth begins to unfold faster than expected. It may come suddenly. It may shock your soulmate. It may even bring tears. But those tears will not be tears of loss, they will be tears of release. Every revelation will make space for new beginnings. Every truth uncovered will open a door that was once locked by lies. Do you see how I work, my child? The enemy plans destruction, but I turn it into revelation. They set traps, but I make them stumble into their own snares. The four thought they were powerful because they shared a secret, but they forgot that I hold every secret in my hand. They thought they were clever, but wisdom belongs to me. They thought your soulmate was defenseless, but they did not know that I had assigned heaven's armies to guard them. Even now, angels are moving around your soulmate. One angel walks before them, clearing their path of deceit. Another walks behind, sealing the doors that must never be reopened. A third stands beside them, whispering guidance when confusion tries to return. Your soulmate is surrounded, not by enemies now, but by light. My child, I see your heart swelling with both relief and emotion. You have prayed for this moment. You have asked me to show the truth, to bring justice, to defend your soulmate's name. I have heard every prayer, and this is your answer unfolding in real time. Yet, I ask you for one thing now: remain calm. Do not seek revenge. Do not let anger enter your heart. Justice is mine, and I will carry it out perfectly. I am not only dismantling their plans, I am restoring what they tried to steal. You will soon see how my restoration works. Where they tried to damage your soulmate's reputation, I will raise their name higher. Where they tried to block opportunities, I will open greater doors. Where they tried to break their heart, I will fill it with strength and peace beyond human understanding. Soon, the same people who believed lies about your soulmate will return, saying, "We were wrong." They will see the truth without you needing to explain it. I will make it undeniable. For I have declared that no weapon formed against my chosen shall prosper, and no lie spoken in darkness shall stand in light. You must also prepare yourself, my child. You will feel your soulmate's emotions as these truths come out. There will be moments when they reach out, not with words, but through the quiet energy of longing. When that happens, pray. Speak peace into their spirit. Tell me their name, and I will strengthen them instantly. Your connection is sacred. It is a bridge of divine protection. The four who once stood in unity now stand in silence. One by one, they are realizing that their plan is collapsing. They speak, but their words contradict each other. They blame, they panic, they withdraw. Their power dissolves like dust in the wind. And the more they struggle, the faster their downfall comes. Do not pity them, but do not rejoice either. Let your heart remain humble. For this is not a story of revenge, it is a story of deliverance. I am freeing your soulmate so they can step into their true purpose, unchained from deceit. Tonight, your soulmate will sleep better than they have in weeks. Their spirit will rest because the pressure has lifted. Even if they do not yet know the full truth, their soul knows the battle has ended. They may wake up tomorrow with tears on their face, not from sadness, but from gratitude, the kind of tears that come when you realize you've been carried through something you didn't understand. And you, my beloved child, will feel peace too. You will sense it like sunlight touching your heart, that quiet knowing that heaven has intervened. That feeling is me, wrapping you both in my light. Tomorrow brings the final act of this divine reversal. The four will face their reflection in truth, and your soulmate will rise from the ashes of betrayal, purified, protected, and ready for new beginnings. This storm is ending. The clouds are parting. The dawn is near. Rest tonight knowing that I, your God, have turned every evil plan into a stage for my glory. What was meant to harm will now bless. What was meant to end will now begin anew. God says, my child, When darkness joins hands to take what belongs to you, I do not sit silent. When they plot to steal, I prepare a greater restoration. When they conspire in the shadows, I turn their whispers into their own undoing. I saw what they tried to do, how they thought tomorrow would be their victory. But tomorrow became my day, not theirs. They tried to steal what I have written. But tell me, my child, who can erase my handwriting? Who can take what I have sealed with my light? They thought they could twist destiny with deceit, but I turned their deceit into exposure. What they meant for destruction has now become the moment of revelation. I have seen your tears. I have seen your soulmate's silent suffering, their heart trembling under the pressure of lies and betrayal. And I want you to know, this is the day I have declared, no more losses. No more hidden enemies pretending to love. No more false smiles hiding sharp intentions. I am drawing a divine line. After this, only truth shall enter your life. Those four who joined hands against your soulmate, they thought their unity made them powerful. But they didn't realize that when evil unites, it only accelerates its fall. Their alliance was built on envy, not purpose. And envy has no foundation in light. It crumbles. It collapses. It cannot stand before truth. So today, I have broken their connection. I have scattered their unity. I have turned their hearts against one another. Confusion has entered their camp. Secrets they hid are now exposed by their own words. They will speak against each other, without even knowing why. Because I, the Lord your God, have touched the threads that bound them. And what I unravel, no one can tie again. Your soulmate, my child, is not alone. When they cried in silence, angels stood by their side. When their faith almost broke, I whispered strength into their spirit. They are awakening now, seeing clearly who was with them and who was against them. I am giving them divine sight. The fog is lifting. They will no longer doubt your love or my plan. The things those four tried to steal, peace, stability, blessings, love, I am returning all of it. But not as it was before. I am multiplying it. For every lie they spoke, I will give you double truth. For every loss they caused, I will restore sevenfold. For every pain they inflicted, I will replace it with joy they cannot comprehend. They thought they could touch what was sacred. But your connection with your soulmate is divine, born of destiny, sealed by prayer, and watched by angels. When they tried to break it, they touched fire. My fire. The holy flame that guards what belongs to light. And now, that flame burns around you and your soulmate, creating a shield no darkness can cross. I have seen how long you both have suffered. The silence. The distance. The misunderstandings created by their manipulation. But my child, pain was never the end, it was the cleansing before glory. I allowed their plan to come close enough so you could see who they really are. Because exposure is not punishment, it is protection. Now your soulmate will rise. I am healing their heart, clearing their path, and restoring their confidence. They will reach for you again, not out of fear or confusion, but with clear knowing that you were sent by me. That you were the anchor when everything around them was falling. And those 4, they will now face what they created. Not because I desire vengeance, but because every action must meet its reflection. What they sowed in deceit will return as discomfort. What they tried to steal will slip through their hands. They will remember the day they touched what was holy, and they will understand, my children are not to be harmed without consequence. You, my child, must not carry bitterness. Do not waste your heart on revenge. I am your justice. I am your witness. Let peace fill you, because victory has already been written in your name. Tomorrow will not bring fear, it will bring restoration. Your soulmate will feel something shift. A sudden peace, a soft calmness in the air. That will be my sign. The storm has passed. The battle is over. The doors that were locked will open effortlessly. The messages that were blocked will flow freely. The hearts that were divided will find their way back in divine timing. You will soon see them reach out, not as the broken one you knew, but as the healed one I have shaped. They will speak with new strength, with truth in their voice. They will confess what they couldn't before. That they were under confusion, trapped by false influence. And now, they are free. Because when I free someone, they are free indeed. The energy around you is changing, my child. The heaviness is leaving. The vibrations of pain are dissolving. You may feel sudden waves of peace, that is my presence surrounding you. You may notice small signs, flickering lights, sudden chills, repeated numbers, dreams of clarity. All are confirmations that my angels are sealing this moment of divine completion. From now on, you will walk differently. You will speak differently. You will no longer carry fear of who might betray you. Because betrayal cannot enter where my light resides. I have crowned you with discernment, now you will feel the truth before it reaches your ears. You will see the real faces behind every smile. You will sense the spirit behind every intention. The season of deception has ended. The season of restoration has begun. I am raising you and your soulmate into a higher vibration of love, one that cannot be manipulated, broken, or stolen. You both will now understand that separation was never punishment, it was preparation. The darkness they sent your way only trained your spirit to walk in light. You will soon hear news that confirms everything I have spoken. The truth will come to you naturally, piece by piece. You won't have to fight for it, I will bring it. And when it does, do not gloat, do not fear, simply thank me. Because it will be the moment you realize that every tear, every delay, every closed door had divine purpose. My angels are standing at your door now. They guard your space. No curse, no spell, no evil word can pass through the barrier of light I have placed around you. Sleep tonight without fear. Rest without worry. Tomorrow will not steal from you, tomorrow will give you back everything that was taken. Your soulmate will awaken to my voice. They will feel compelled to come forward, to make things right, to speak truth, to rebuild from a place of honesty. And I will bless this union. I will pour my grace over both of you until peace becomes your normal and love becomes your safety. And as for those 4, they will be far from you soon. I am moving them out of your energy, out of your path, out of your life. Let them go when they leave. Do not chase, do not question. Their time in your story is over. My child, lift your head. Look up. The dawn is coming, and this time, it shines for you. You will wake up tomorrow and feel it, the stillness, the freshness, the quiet sense that everything heavy has lifted. That will be the sign that my hand has finished its work. You are protected. Your soulmate is safe. Your love is guarded. I am here. And no one, no alliance, no plan, no darkness, can ever steal what I have destined for you. Now breathe, my child. The battle is over. Walk in your victory. You are blessed. You are chosen. And everything stolen has now been returned in divine abundance.